What's going on, everybody? Some pretty big news from One Piece as we get our first ban list announced. Effective April 1st, 2023, we're going to be seeing some bans for not only Moby Dick, but Kabaji as well. And I think with the introduction of OPO3, Whitebeard topping a lot of different events, this Moby Dick ban makes sense. Being able to search out this card with Ezo, as well as have that Ezo no longer be a dead card once you get to 1 life, is pretty unsustainable for the game. I think Whitebeard was going to be too strong of a deck with all of the support that it got in OPO3. A lot of the cards that supported Ace incidentally also supported Whitebeard, and we saw it from the tournaments. We saw a lot of Whitebeard popping up in Japan, so I think that this card is warranted on the ban list. But it's pretty crazy that we're seeing this banned, you know, less than a month in to the English meta, and unfortunately we're not going to be having a lot of Whitebeard at full power for the English meta, which is, it's kind of sad because I think in OPO2 it's not really a oppressive deck. I think that it's fairly strong, but I don't think it's like the best deck in the format by any means, not like it is in OPO3. So for the first online regionals, we'll see some Whitebeard play, but I think going forward it's not going to be nearly as strong. It'll probably be a tier 2 deck. Now that you can't play Moby Dick at all, it does free up a couple more slots in your deck for other cards. However, now cards like Squared, for example, aren't nearly as good because they're just accelerating your gameplay. So it's really going to change how Whitebeard players are going to be building their deck going forward, and overall a huge change for the format. The next ban, which is one that I didn't see coming, but I understand why they are removing this card from play, is Kabaji. And if you don't know, Kabaji's text reads that if you have Moji in play, Kabaji lets you draw 2 cards and trash 1 card on play. And in the Nami deck with combination of Zeph as well as Overheat, you were just recycling this card over and over again to just draw cards and trash cards. And as we know in One Piece, draw power is extremely powerful, and being able to play the game without actually attacking your opponent is something that I think the creators did not want. And so they're removing this card to kind of get some of that playstyle away from the Nami deck. And I think it's kind of unfortunate because it does kind of kill that Nami playstyle a little bit. I think this card is what made Nami competitive. And we even saw a top 8 from Nami in Japan at their championship. So I think that it's kind of unfortunate that we're seeing this card banned before Nami even comes out. But I do think that it was a little bit of an unhealthy playstyle for the game, and I think that going forward, these bans are fairly good. I like that they banned a card like this over a card like Kaya, which is a brand new card, which does similar things, but it's a draw 2 trash 2 instead of a draw 2 trash 1. However, you know, again, it's kind of frustrating when you're in the English format and you don't get to see these cards ever really getting play. Like, this card is a joke until Nami comes out, which is just too bad. And there definitely were ways of recycling it, but you would never really want to play that combo unless you're trying to like deck out. So that's a little unfortunate. I do think the ban for Moby Dick is definitely warranted. But it's pretty crazy that it kind of comes out of nowhere. It's pretty hard to find this ban list. It is on the One Piece website. I cannot get it translated into English right now, but this is on the Asian One Piece website. April 1st is when it will be coming out. Some people are worried about being April Fool's joke. I don't think so. I think this is a legitimate ban list, and it is on the official One Piece website, onepiece-cargame.com/rules/restriction. If you try viewing it in English, you won't be able to see it, but if you do view it in Japanese, you are able to see it. Crazy ban list kind of coming out of nowhere. Also going to be in effect before all of our in-person regionals in North America for OPO2 on April 15th and that weekend. So pretty crazy that these cards are going to be limited and we're not going to see that Whitebeard in full strength at those regionals. I want to thank everyone for all the support that I've been getting on the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'm trying to put out as many videos as possible. I just had surgery on the side of my head here, so I'm gonna be not putting out as much content, but I will be doing as much as I can with the strength that I have. So until then, Monty out.